All right. Anyways, all right. Tuesday, June 3rd, 8:04 a.m. Still, I'm on my last day of prednisone, 30 milligrams. Gonna drop tomorrow to 20, and then Thursday 20, Friday 20, and then Saturday 10 and Sunday 10. And I'm probably gonna just cut it off there and get off all this shit Monday and get back on track. I went hard keto about 4 or 5 days ago. I have a protein shake, which is my protein shakes are a protein shake specifically designed for people with bowel issues, bowel diseases, to get more protein in, but it doesn't mess with the digestive tract. It's good stuff. It's none of that workout shit, just filled with garbage. Real clean one, and I eat as many bananas as I want, usually about anywhere from 2 to 4 a day. And then I have, for lunch, I have a little piece, 80 grams of steak, which is about 20 grams protein. And then about a cup of mixed vegetables for lunch. And then I have another banana between lunch and dinner. On dinner, I have another 80-gram piece of steak, New York strip steak, which is 80 grams is usually about 20 grams of protein, what it says online anyways. And I weighed it all out, which I always thought I'd never be one of those people that weighs my food out, but I kind of have to at this point. And then about another cup of mixed vegetables. And then another banana around 6, 7 at night. And then like another protein snack, so to speak. Protein supplement, let's just say. A clean burning one. It's none of that shit with all that crap in it and all the sugars and not to mention, I don't know why the hell these protein companies put sugar alcohols and all their crap. It is the worst fucking thing for people with bowel issues and people without bowel issues. It just causes gas, bloating, cramps. You feel like a pile of shit. So stop putting sugar alcohols in all the protein supplements, you morons. That's basically been my diet. I could basically jump off this prednisone cycle right now because everything's running like fucking golden right now. Shitting like a king type of thing. I mean, I haven't shit this good in I don't know how long. And I'm going to keep this diet going as long as I freaking possibly can, hopefully till the end of my life, which is hopefully a long ways from now. But yeah, I'm feeling amazing. I know there's a lot of varieties of food out there, and I'd love to have spicy stuff and sweet stuff and all this other stuff, but I've indulged in that long enough and paid the price, big time price. But today, or yesterday I should say, I did my mile and a half walk. I did 2.5, 2.6 speed, and then 2.7, and I lengthened the 2.7 speed. And today I'm going to start at 2.6, ride 2.6 for 10 minutes to heat stuff up, and then jump to 2.7 for 20 minutes. And then I'm probably going to do that same thing tomorrow as well. I'm going to start increasing my load so my body can handle it better when I start my weight stuff next week and my normal walk, because you don't ever want to shock anything. You want to gradually increase it, especially if you're ill, if you have any kind of disease or illness and you work out and you have to take a break for illness reasons or whatever reasons, you got to go somewhere, do something, whatever. Always gradually increase it. Never assume you can just jump right back on your original stuff, because if I jump right back on my original stuff, I probably wouldn't throw myself into a colitis flare, but I would add a significant amount of stress to my system, and it wouldn't be good. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. You always want to gradually increase stuff. Imagine yourself just riding a wave through life, just smooth a wave. You want to do the nice, ups and downs really smooth, because even if you're trudging uphill on something, you're doing it at a gradual pace. Everything's smooth, like a nice sine wave, just like the smooth wave of the universe. You just want to hop on that wave and just, smooth everything. Always gradually increase, and preferably to gradually decrease as well. But decreasing isn't as bad. You can just jump off of stuff because your body will respond to the having no stress at that point and recover itself. So, all right, let's do the 1.5-ish walk. It'd probably be closer to 1.5 miles today, being that I'm gonna do 2.7 for 20 minutes. It probably almost be right on 1.5 miles. We'll see. Anyways, all right. So let's get to the mile. I gotta clean this place up to move some of those bottles around. They're starting to clog up my stuff again. Look at all that stuff. Look at all those bottles down there, the green caps. Alright. Alright, let's do 30-minute walk time. Still have Canadian wildfire smoke billowing overhead. So, alright. Wet the throat, moisten the mouth. Just don't gulp it, otherwise you have to piss in the middle of it, and then you have to pinch it off till the end of the walk. It's important when you do walks to do a sustained output. Continually do it for as long as you can, or for your set time frame you want to do it. Because that's where you get the benefits of the walking. I mean, walking in general from spot to spot is great too. It's good for your body, but it's a sustained output. You want to get your fluids moving in the right direction. You want to keep them moving that way for the duration of the exercise. It's not like weights where you spike it to 140, 150, 160, and then drop it to 100. 160 drop, 160, 100, 160, 100, which is good too. But you always want to add a continuous sustained output to keep your fluids moving and going. You want to speed everything up to a point, warm everything up to a point to where it clears out the toxins and the stresses and all the bad shit from your muscles and your joints and your tissue, all your soft tissues, and brings all the nutrients to it, the fluids to it, the good stuff back into your soft tissues. It's clearing out and then bringing the good stuff. And again, pay attention to the wristband, everything that you're pinching your fluids, like this thing, and make sure everything's loose enough to where your fluids can still flow, because your tissues swell, all of it. Even if you're doing a walk, your wrist tissue still swells, everything, because you're getting that sustained output. You're getting your fluids moving at a certain speed and doing the jobs that they need to do. So if you walk for 5 minutes, stop for 2 minutes, walk for 10 minutes, stop for 5 minutes, that's fine and everything because you're walking, but you want to just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. It's like a machine, right? You turn a machine on and it runs the best when you set it at a certain RPM and it's just running there. It's warming up and it runs more efficiently, better, yada 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 yada. So, all right, let's do this here. Let's 2.6 for 10 minutes. And I might alter it tomorrow as well. The only reason why I'm doing 2.6 for 10 minutes is because I just want to warm up the stuff again and then hit the 2.7. And then for 20 minutes, I might do 2.6 for 10 minutes, 2.7 for 10 minutes, 2.8 for 10 minutes tomorrow. I don't know. But I want to slowly increase the load so when I hit the low weight, high reps, low weight, high to mid reps on Monday with that stuff, along with my 2.7 mile here, my body isn't as shocked as it will be, you know what I mean, if I just jump right back into it. So you don't want to just do that. You don't. Indoor walk. So, and usually before I said that medications and stuff override everything, diets, exercise, everything else, and it does to a point, but I'm telling you, like, being on this diet for the last 4 or 5 days, and my body running this way specifically with just that specific good food running through me, it's actually overriding a lot of the side effects of the prednisone. I mean, more than I thought it would. And I figured this out before, but it's like every time you do it, you realize it more and more and more and more. That's what I'm trying to get at. And you do it once, you realize it, you know, and it just in one ear out the other, you know, and then you do it and do it and do it and do it, and the more you do it, the more stuff clicks in and locks in your brain, and then you know, well, I was doing everything wrong before, now I better be doing this shit right all the time. Otherwise, we're gonna go back to the shit factory. So, alright. Let's do this here. Minute 15 in, 2.6, my feet are sweating. And if you notice as well, if you pinch zoom, look how thin the lymphedema is on my right leg. It's usually fat and swollen, and when I grab right here or anywhere, I usually feel fluid, but I can actually feel my soft tissues inside, my muscles and tendons and everything. Before I couldn't do that. And it actually has a little more definition and stuff to it. So I'm sticking with this fucking diet. Fuck that shit. I'm done. I'm done with garbage. Well, diet, of course, most important thing, because that's the fuel for your body, which nobody ever clicks with that. But this should click with you. Colorectal cancer is the second most cause of deaths in the United States. So, food for thought, right? Everyone's eating the bad shit, the wrong stuff. So, not to mention, you know, you're big and fat. So, you're probably doing something wrong. 2.6, let's get this pig moving. 30 minutes, 10 minutes here, 2.7, 20 minutes. Make sure my dough inclined. I might even grab this weight by about this weekend to add a little more stress to my system to get it ready for my regular stuff again. So we'll see. I really want to start adding my weight again, because boy, it makes me light on my feet. When I walk a mile with 10 pounds on me, and then I walk around the rest of the day, and not, you know, after my workouts, you feel really light on your feet, like incredibly light. It's almost a weird feeling, kind of like the gravity lessened a little bit. And move your arms as much as possible throughout the workout to keep moving, because that helps the fluid get up to the upper part of your body more and cycle more, because your fluid wants to go to your legs, because those are the muscles in working right now, the ones active. So the more you move muscles, the more the fluid gets to those spots. Alright, here we go. Walk with me. Get on your treadmill, people. Oh, my joints feel amazing too. My back even feels 10 times better. Which you wouldn't know by looking at it. Oh, that's great. I got something stuck under my sandal. closer. Quarter mile. 6 minutes, 4 minutes, and 2:07. Two minutes. 10 minutes. 2-7. 20 minutes. Four beats. Half mile. Half mile. Oh, it's right on money with that. 15 minutes, halfway done. Keep going. Three-quarters of a mile. 10 minutes left. One mile. 1 mile. minutes left. 3-minute cool down. Minutes and a 3-minute cool down. .250 miles. Cool down. .1. first minute of cool down. And then 1.5. Next minute, and then 0.8. Last minute. Gradual, everything. Always want to just ride that wave. One 1.5. Yeah, that was about the max I could do. I mean, my body adjusted to it, but being on a higher dose of prednisone, it feels like you got an elephant sitting on your chest, so it's harder to. But as you go, it loosens up, but not as loose as you'd like it to break free and, you know, really whoop ass. So you gotta limit it. How do you feel before, during, and after? So you gotta. That fucking prednisone there is some nasty shit. Fuck. 0.8. Last minute. Oh. 1.4 miles. Yeah. $85 beats, back down. Damn, prednisone. Fuck. But I'll be able to do more tomorrow because I'm dropping down to 20. So it won't be as much pressure feeling on my cardiopulmonary system. Like it's squeezing everything. Done. .408 at 33 minutes 3 seconds. This is 112 active calories. 162 active calories. 1.41. So that's good. And again, when you've got an active health issue and you're on drugs for it, limit it. Limit it. When you're coming down, you can slowly increase it like I'm doing. So when you're off it, you can add more stuff, but at a really light level, and then you can increase that over the next like 2 to 3 weeks, or even month, depending on how long it takes. Because it takes 1 month to 3 months for prednisone to fully get the fuck out of you. Generally, at 3 weeks to a month, it's pretty much piddled out, but you can still feel some side effects lingering around for at least 2 months. Very mild, but I mean, like I said, that drug is shit, and it just fucks every cell up in your body. But yeah, take it easy. Just but you got to work out long enough to find that balance to where you know your body really well. And even when you know your body really well and you've worked out for years, stuff still, if you're ill, stuff still sneaks up on you and tags you, and you're having to adapt really fast and using all your knowledge over the past whatever amount of years you've been working out to adapt to that, you know, whatever hiccup in your health. So, but I highly suggest, number one rule, get the hell off sugar. Get rid of sugar and bad carbs, processed shit. Get rid of that stuff. Get rid of it. Like, I'm blown away, like, the health benefits when you jump on full keto. Well, it's a modified keto. It's keto with elimination diet. Use keto diet as your base. So you got a set level of foods you can eat, and then just go through those set level of foods, what you can eat and not eat. Like, for example, cheese. Cheese is in keto diet, but, people with bowel disease, ulcerative colitis and stuff, Crohn's and diverticulitis, all those things, they don't react well to certain cheeses. Like cheddar messes me up more than mozzarella does, and that's actually the opposite online. They say, harder cheeses like cheddar is better than softer cheeses for ulcerative colitis, which wrong in my case, because mozzarella actually works better on my system. So you can't rely on what everyone else is saying, because for the most part these people are doing testing or very little testing or no testing at all, and they're just, I don't even know where they get their fucking stats from half the time, and to be perfectly honest. You have to do it all yourself. Figure it out yourself. You can read what they say and take that with a grain of salt. Take it like, tuck it under your fucking pillow at like 2%, just so it's in the back of your mind, and then check it out yourself, figure it out. But hit keto and then go through each food in keto, which it limits you then. It automatically just takes out all the processed sugars and processed foods and box foods and garbage. So do that if you're looking to get healthy. It's very easy. Everywhere you read, they say, the best diet's Mediterranean. Well, it's good, sure. They have a lot of fats and stuff that's good for your body, and oils and all that shit. But what I found out with my ulcerative colitis is your body has a very hard time processing fats, and I wouldn't. Keto's better because that eliminates all that bullshit. So you don't have to rifle through that. Do the keto and slap on the elimination with the keto, and then if once you narrow that down to the certain food you can eat, then try adding maybe a couple of the Mediterranean things that aren't in keto, to help you. But I highly recommend getting rid of breads altogether, right? Well, American breads anyways. I've never traveled to Europe or anything, but here their breads are produced better. They produce it like they did way back when, right? With not all this shit ton of sugar and garbage and just nasty shit in it. I really want to try it, to be perfectly honest. I really, really, really want to see how that bread works on my bowels. But bread in general, get rid of it. It's nothing good for you, especially in America. Don't even touch that American bread. It is junk. Absolute pro-inflammatory nightmare from hells. I mean, it's well, perfect example, right? Okay, get on keto. Do your elimination keto. It takes you a good 6 months to a year to kind of dial it in rudimentarily. It takes you years to really pick it apart, but really, 6 months to a year. And then, if you don't believe me, eat shit the way you used to before. Go and get yourself a candy bar that you used to eat, a donut, whatever. Go get something that you used to indulge in, and then eat that one day, and then feel how you feel that day, and then the next day get back on keto. It'll show you automatically how much pain, how much inflammation, how much tissue swelling, how much joint irritation, and if you have any health issues, chronic health issues, you can see almost immediately, like right when that shit hits your gut, it automatically starts. Your gut starts gurgling funny. You start swelling up. You got pain in the spots that you haven't had since you started the keto. It's just common sense once you actually figure it out. But and not to mention how everybody is fat nowadays. It's insane. When I went to school in grade school, all the kids in the class, 95% of the kids were usually skinny, right? Little skinny kids, you know. And then you'd have the 1 to 3 kids in the class that were overweight, right? And now it's the opposite. Now you look at kids running around in the classes, and you got the 95% of the kids in the class are overweight, and then you got the maybe 3 to 5 kids in the class that are actually skinny, healthy, and their parents are actually, you know, doing what's best for them and taking care of their health, right? And all these people that are overweight and have overweight kids probably shouldn't have had kids to begin with. If they can't take care of themselves, how the hell are they taking care of their kids? I mean, and look at all the health issues and chronic health issues and cancers and shit kids are getting nowadays. I mean, cancer in kids is like gone through the roof, which, you know, for the medical industry, it's, you know, a greedy time. But anyways, all right, let's, I think I showed you this. And 169 active calories, 40 minutes, 1.41 miles. So that was my 1.5-mile-ish walk for Tuesday on 30 milligrams, last day of 30 milligrams of prednisone and 10 milligrams 4 times daily Bentil for my flare, ulcerative colitis flare. Dropping down tomorrow, Wednesday to 20, Thursday to 20, Friday to 20, and then Saturday 10, Sunday 10. And I'd normally do another 10, but everything is snapping back so quickly right now to where I think I'll be fine there. And then I'm cutting it all Monday. And then depending on how I feel, if I feel like anything to do today, except for the cardiopulmonary squeeze from the prednisone, once that goes away, come the weekend and out, I'm going to start weights up like 70% lower than I normally do, 70% less weight. You know, so if I'm doing, you know, like I was doing 50, 55, 60 preacher curls, pound preacher curls, I'm gonna stick to like, you know, 25 to 30, just to heat everything up, get it used to the exercise again, and so you don't want to add too much stress to your body, you know, especially coming off a flare and off of shitty meds, as well as you don't want to shock your body, because if you're not fully on a good diet either at the time, you could throw yourself back into a flare. You could, you know, pull a muscle, pull a tendon. You could do all kinds of fucked up shit. So go light, follow that nice smooth sine wave through the universe. Just hop on that bitch and ride it. It's yeah. Anyways, today was Tuesday. My 1.41 mile walk. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be getting a haircut tomorrow, thank God. This long hair drives me nuts. And I will be doing another walk before I get my haircut. Same thing, probably. Well, I'll be dropping down to the 20, so I might go to the 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 10, 10, 10 minute. But we'll see. How do you feel before, during, and after? Anyways, it is Tuesday. It's supposed to be hotter than a mother outside. And yeah, I love hot weather. I hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday as well.